This video includes lots of TMI and what feels like body horror whenever I describe it. It's also kind of gross. Viewer discretion advised. Ever since I was an itty bitty baby, I've dealt with this stupid condition called eczema. Basically, what that means is my body decides to be an idiot and doesn't produce enough moisture to support my skin barrier, and makes me feel like garbage whenever the air becomes a little too dry for its liking. Things that come with this evil curse include dry, flaky, scaly-y, like a snake, cracking, and sometimes bumpy skin. Along with this comes quite a bit of pain if it's dry enough, and a guaranteed little to a lot of itching. And if that wasn't enough, if the eczema gets to a certain point of bad, it can leak. Thankfully, the leaky part is not very common, and only happens when it gets super bad. Maybe possibly because someone is too afraid to tell her mom about it? According to my mom, I've always been a bit of a frosted flake because when I was a baby, apparently my Caillou-type bald-ass head would flake and cause practically a blizzard with the amount of dry skin coming from it. Obviously, I don't remember that, but what my most early memory of my silly little skin issue was in 3rd grade. As I said before, eczema can get very itchy. Unfortunately, little 3rd grade me was not spared from that. The back of my knee was insanely itchy, and being a young child, I had zero self-control and scratched the absolute shit out of the back of my knee. With enough scratching spanning over days, the back of my knee turned bright red and was absolutely covered in scratches and bumps. I'm not really sure if I ever told my parents about it, and I'm not even sure if they noticed. Someone I do know that noticed, or did know, was some other kid in my class who I guess we'll call Jim Bob for identity's sake. Little Jim Bob was busy doing his work when he looked over to me for whatever reason and noticed the horrifying display on the back of my knee. Caitlin, what? The back of your knee is... Oh yeah, that. I know. It's itchy. Okay. Ew. This kid usually told the teacher about literally everything. So I don't know why he didn't then. Like, what kid sees a horrific injury and doesn't say something? So I didn't tell my parents about it. Eventually I just kind of got used to the itch because when I was younger it wasn't so bad, just kind of flakiness on my face, yada yada. Unfortunately that did not last forever. I really wish it did, because once I got into high school, that all changed. For my freshman and sophomore years, my hands looked like they were mauled by bears, when in reality it was just my eczema and intense scratching like usual. It's really funny how I used to think my hands being like that was the worst thing ever, because in my senior year of high school, I was in for it! Like, oh my god, what did I do wrong to get cursed with this shit? The horrors all started right around August of 2024, like I said, right before my senior year started, with some redness on my chest, of all things. Why would it happen somewhere like that? I don't know. I decided to just blow off the redness as a temporary thing because, you know, that's how it had been before that point. It would just come and go. But unfortunately, the redness only grew. Once I had gotten to October, the redness turned into bumps and spots. One specific morning that month, I woke up before school to do my usual. Blow dry my hair to straightness, not eat breakfast, get dressed, grab my shit, run outside to reach my bus 25 minutes after I'd woken up. But while I was doing step 3, I noticed something unfortunate amongst the redness. It was wet. Oh my god, cancer? What the hell? It's probably just probably Google just doing its thing. I can't. Dad. I, in my head, really knew that it probably wasn't cancer. Again, it wasn't. But my anxiety was making me spiral to hell and back, to the point of literally vomiting. Safe to say, I stayed home from school that day because my dad thought I was sick. At least that's what I said, because like an idiot, I was too scared to show my mom, because, you know, it was on my chest. So after a few months of itching, crying, laying in bed as much as possible, and trying a bajillion different products to no avail, the redness only got worse, and so did the skin weeping. After it just kept getting worse and worse and spreading, I finally showed my mom what was going on, and she got me a doctor's appointment immediately. Alrighty, let's see what we're dealing with here. Oh, you poor thing. Seems like it's a bit infected. It's abnormally warm. we'll get you started on some steroid cream and antibiotics. We'll also refer you to a dermatologist. I bet you're wondering, did that steroid cream work? No, it didn't! Because why would it? After that didn't work, I went in for a follow-up appointment where they told me I would just have to get an appointment with a dermatologist because it was out of their hands. Unfortunately though, the nearest appointment they had available in my town was in April. At the time, it was late January. That would mean 3 months more of agony, but I'd just have to put up with it. Eventually after the appointment, it somehow got even worse, to the point where it was crawling up my arms, neck, and face. But thankfully, only weeping in the same place as before. It was agonizingly itchy and red regardless, as if someone had literally injected my skin with itching powder. At this point, I was so tired of my skin being this way that I ended up breaking down in front of my parents, sobbing because I just wanted to be normal again, like all of the other girls to my knowledge. But, as it always does, somehow in February it managed to get even worse, spreading to my face. My face! The thing that everybody can see! Like, it was so swollen, it was fat. So fat, it looked like a tomato. And it was so bad that my skin was tricking me into thinking it was wet, when it wasn't. You bet your ass I called my mom immediately. Oh my god, I need to take you to urgent care. Matt, I need to take Caitlin to urgent care right now. Her face is so swollen. And so we went. I was prescribed more steroids, but this time in pill form. And that was it for a few days. The weeping stopped, the redness began to go away, and everything seemed a-okay. But if you know literally anything about steroids, you know that whatever you use them against will come back with a vengeance. Thankfully, I was somewhat aware of this fact because I literally would not shut up about how scared I was of it all coming back, which made my dad call a different dermatology place to see if they had more openings, which thankfully they did, for that Thursday. By the time the appointment came around, my skin was back to terrible, like a tomato, as I predicted, but my dermatologist was prepared as hell, literally prescribing me things like she was reading off her damn shopping list. As of now, my skin is basically normal. I'm only dealing with some, like, regular reactions to dry air because it's winter right now. Merry Christmas! And my chest is no longer weeping and disgusting. Thank fuck. Hi, it's me. I know that this video quality isn't the very best. I'm trying to make up for it in editing, but I was really trying to make up for lost time and getting a video out before Christmas to, like, entertain you all on your Christmas breaks and stuff. And I know that, like, the animation isn't really animation right now, but I promise you that in the upcoming videos it's going to shoot up in quality because I wasn't giving myself much time on this, like I said, trying to make it done by Christmas, and because I just kind of want my foot in the door on YouTube because I eventually want this to be my career, but I obviously can't make it my career with kind of like shitty quality, so I will improve it for you all so that you're entertained and you also get something pretty to look at. I think that my style is going to flip. It's still going to be like chibi anime girl me, but I'm gonna try to figure out a way to simplify my character in the upcoming videos, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But I guess you'll find out whenever it's done. I hope to get another one done in like a month or a month and a half, maybe before that, hopefully. I will be working hard, but obviously I'm gonna take a little break for Christmas because I've got some things coming up. And I just really hope that you enjoyed this video because I worked really hard to get it out within a certain amount of time, even though it's like not the best, but I will also be working on the humor in it and making it a little bit more funny. I'm kind of relying on memes right now, but once I get into the groove of this, because this is like my first video, obviously, it'll be a whole lot better. My only experience making videos before this was making like shitty cringy cosplay videos like a couple years ago, but I'll be making a video on that for you. But yeah, making up for lost time in the past 2 years because all of the things that happened in this video, things that have happened throughout 2025 that I'm sure everybody is aware of, and just general depression and anxiety and whatever the hell else is wrong with me. I don't know, I'm not diagnosed with anything. But we'll we'll see how this goes, and I hope you liked the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Oh, also, if you want to put stories and tips maybe about like eczema down in the comments, like your experiences and anything I can do to help mine, that would be great. I'd like to hear about other people's experiences, so like I'm not alone and you're not alone, so we can be like flaky buddies together and, you know, give each other tips. Currently, I am using the Vanicream Daily Facial Moisturizer with hyaluronic acid and ceramides. Not sponsored, obviously, I am a peon. And